Well, it's time for Kahnawake Women's Soccer's revenge tour to commence. They won 1-0 last week, but because of league sanctions, that game officially goes in the books as a 5-0 loss, and we'll see what the women can do against Valleyfield. Kahnawake has dropped the third officially in the league standings, taking on a team that's ahead of them right now in terms of points-wise. Valleyfield, even though Kahnawake did take down Valleyfield 8-0 in the last head-to-head, as we're going to have a goal kick to commence this game. As you know, they played 2:45 running times. Yeah, the girls just got to shake off what happened. And just get back to business here. Ultimately, if you beat the teams in front of you on the scoreboard, no matter what happens in terms of regular season rulings, you move on and win the title. So if they don't lose again this year, they win the championship. And of course, that has to start with this game tonight. Try to leapfrog Valleyfield and get into second place in the league standings. Both teams 4-2. Valleyfield, though, the extra points due to the 0 which Kahnawake was given as a result of last Wednesday's forfeiture. Valleyfield in blue. Both these two teams wear the same color jerseys, so that's why Valleyfield has the pennies. Sent back in, knocked away. Picked back up, and there's a long ball that's set to the edge of the goal area and kicked away. Corner kick, our first one of the game, coming up just a minute 55 in. Here's the corner. Punched away, picked back up. Delarone knocked it back up to the top of the goal area. LeBlanc really low as an attacker. She gets the return feed, tries to head it back into the middle of the field. Polveromo jolted it along. Knocked down by Cook. And Cook with a nice feed up to Maya McGregor on the attacking end. And her feed is blocked off. And away comes Valleyfield, but that's broken up nicely by Guksa Denordu Deer, number 11, who was the game MVP last week. Now it's fed up. Flags down, up. Now it comes down as there's a shot which is caught, and our first shot of the game. Valleyfield looks to start up on the break. Punted back up. Daibo. Horn. Kendall Horn with a long drive, and that just missed the far posts. What a bomb from 30 yards out, but that one does not hit the target, and Valleyfield will get the goal kick. And you know what? They need more of those attempts. Last week, that was the one problem against Mercier. They didn't really get a whole lot of shot. It kind of felt like they were just waiting for their opportunities. Mercier, too, they missed a lot of chances. Goal kick. Up the far sideline, intercepted. And McGregor with the burst of speed, trying to bust through, could not. Good counter by the Rebels. Deer back up. Daibo punch one up. Delarone couldn't get by the defender. Cook comes back, retraces the ball for the Mohawks. There's a long ball attempt, thwarted, and sent back by the Rebels. Played up, intercepted by LeBorn. She sent it back into Valleyfield territory. Horn trying to settle it down, but Valleyfield overtakes it. Two Valleyfield players collide. There's a long ball and an open player onside. Stays in on the near sideline. Good move. Delarone staying right with it. There's a cross. And it's sent back to a less dangerous area of that goal. punted back towards the Kahnawake goal, headed. And Lazar will say enough of this. Let's get a counter going. And there's the boot. Up to midfield. LeBlanc with the steal. Tries to play it up, but 3 Valleyfield are back. LeBlanc gets it to Delarone. Delarone boots one. Gets it back, tries to play it back towards the goal. Stopped, in flight. Oh, Poppy Daibo punting the ball up, accidentally hit her own hand. We're going to have a turnover. Valleyfield with the free kick. There's the boot. Deer knocked it back. Horn in stride. Tries to pass it across, and that cross was intercepted. She played it back from her left foot to her right foot. Horn drives. Scores! Just a little over 6 minutes into this game, Kahnawake is on the board. It's 1-0. Remember last week only one total goal was scored in that game, and it took 44 minutes before Norton put Kahnawake on the board. Of course, it ultimately doesn't matter because it still went into the books as 5-0, and this is sort of the women's revenge tour for Kahnawake, trying to come back following a win in the game, but an official loss. They're on the right track here, trying to leapfrog Valleyfield to get officially back into second place. Fresh troops are on for Kahnawake, the home team, wearing white. LeBorn stick handle their way out of a phone booth there to get it over to Sakasi. Back to Rice, taken over. There's the interception. Deer back up. Cook had it taken away. Cook with a counter back, and it's a good challenge, they say. Hemlock, and that's another handball called on the home team. We're going to go free kick Valleyfield from about 45 yards out. Here's the boot. It's going to roll on net.
I got you.
Lazar puts one back into play. Good kick onto the other side of midfield. There's a pass, and McGregor trying to bust through the defense. McGregor gets in behind and doesn't get a strong shot off.
That was a rookie mistake.
Rice to Hemlock. Hemlock drops it back for Rice. Rice to Sakasi, and it rolls off of her foot and goes out of bounds. Valleyfield throw-in. There's a steal and a drive through the hands, and they score. Good business-like performance thus far for Kahnawake. 9 minutes into the game, and they're up by 2. As Dade Hemlock has put the home team up in front by a deuce, 2-0. Up to midfield. Intercepted. There's a long ball that'll be caught by the keeper. And here's the boot. Up to midfield. Knocked down by Norton. Norton like a wrecking ball over there, but she's the one that knocks it out of bounds last, and we'll get a free throw-in coming up here for the visitors. McGregor watches the ball drop Intercepted by Hemlock. Hemlock across. Rice boots one in there. And the keeper will cover this up before it gets really dangerous. Still 2-0 Kahnawake. Closing in on a 12-minute mark of this first half. There's the boot. Cross attempt thwarted. Sent back out to the high center of the field in the Kahnawake end. Turnover. There's a good challenge, and some of the rough stuff starting to pick up there. I don't want to say rough stuff, firm but fair challenges. As this one goes out in front of the Kahnawake bench, that'll be a throw-in for the home team. Rice headed over the top of Sakasi and out of bounds. Visitors will get a throw-in here as we close in on the 12-plus minute mark of this first half. 2 goals in for Kahnawake up to this point. Kendall Horn, Dade Hemlock, the goals. And here's Maya McGregor busting free. McGregor gets it by the goaltender and it squirts across the goal line. "14 minutes into this first half. And Kahnawake in control. As Kahnawake gets a fresh set of troops out there. This is kind of like the women's revenge tour for this team. Obviously not a lot of happy players on this team after the illegal player ruling from last week. Off of Delarone. And almost looks like those two teams inevitably will collide at some point. Kahnawake and Mercier, but obviously a lot of work to do before we see that. Delarone. Delarone's pass. Intercepted, got it back. Tries to cross it in, but couldn't get enough power behind her foot. And there's a challenge intercepted, and away comes the Rebels. And it gets by. Good defense, and a shot goes wide, and we've got ourselves a Kahnawake punt coming up here. Still a 3-0 lead, but now a goal kick coming up for the home team. 3-0. Goals from Horn, Hemlock, and now Maya McGregor, and Kahnawake large and in charge in the early going of this first half. Punted up, LeBlanc heads it, and now here's an opportunity. Delarone gets in, she shoots, and that's stopped. 3-0 Kahnawake, and almost a fourth there, as the starting midfielder got in behind the Valleyfield defenders, and now it's going to go out of bounds. We have a Valleyfield throw-in coming up.
That's not proper dress code for your teenager. It's on vacation.
And there's a long ball, and it might pay dividends for Valleyfield. Good cross. There's a shot. There's the opening goal for the Rebels. Lazar got a piece, but not enough. Well, 4 goals in the first 16 minutes of this game. We only had 1 through 90 last week. That's a good bounce back. Kahnawake had basically been eating Valleyfield alive up until this point. And look at this, a long ball opportunity, and the visitors have made this a two-shot game. It's now 3-1. LeBlanc for Poppy Daibo. Back to Deer, the defender. Deer furthers one along on the far sideline. That'll get by everyone and trickle out of bounds for a Valleyfield throw-in. Booted back along the sideline, knocked down by Deer, back for Norton. And that pass was intercepted at midfield. Daibo furthers it along. Horn trying to fool the defenders. Good challenge, busting in, and that'll be angled out towards the corner, and I believe it's just a throw-in, yeah. Didn't get out along the goal line, got out along the sideline. Intercepted. There's a drive. And that one will split the uprights, but this is not worth 3 points. Kahnawake does have 3 in the game, though, and they lead at 3-1.
Oh, it fits. That's the funny part. It fits.
You know what, the new house
And there's a long ball. It's intercepted at midfield. Delarone back on the near sideline. And it gets out. Good step up by Poveroma, the defender. And Kahnawake retains control. Off of the Valleyfield foot, throw in for the home team. There's a throw in. LeBlanc heads it. Booted back up in the air. Delarone plays it in the goal area, and that's going to be intercepted. Deer went for the challenge, and Poveromo, the last player back. And she'll angle this one out. Visitors get the throw in. 3-1 home team. Thrown out towards the goal area that hits the Valleyfield attacker in the face. Played back up to midfield. Rebels keep it alive. Coming towards the near sideline. Visitors are the first one there. Good challenge. Back up. LeBlanc settles it down. And gets one over to Delarone, who is streaking on the near sideline, but that's picked off. Played back by Deer, drifting towards us here. Good keeping by Delarone. Booted back up to midfield, and it gets into Valleyfield territory. Free ball as it rolls back into the defender's area. Hemlock the pressure, and that'll be a throw-in. LeBlanc the throw-in. It's a good one towards the goal area. There's a strike, and it hits the outside of the goal throw-in, or free goalie kick coming up for the visitors. Nope. They say it deflected, and it'll instead be a corner for the home team. LeBlanc will try the cross. There's the kick. Up to the far side of the post, and it is a foul anyway, and I believe instead of a goal kick, that'll just mean it's a free kick. 21 plus minutes gone by in this first half. Kahnawake leads it 3-1. And hey, we haven't had a goal for 7 minutes. What a surprise. 4 goals in the first 16 of this game. Closing in on the 23-minute mark, sorry. Booted back out. Norton lost her balance as she kicks this one towards the goal area. Kept it alive though nicely. LeBlanc could not retrieve it. Overomo with the step up. Tried to further it for LeBlanc. That got intercepted on the way through. Daibo tried to play it back for Deer. Now it's on the far sideline. Long ball played out. That's how Valleyfield got their only goal of the game thus far. When the play hasn't been as up and down, it's been advantage home team. Kicked out towards the near sideline. Delarone settles the bouncer and keeps this play alive. Nice pass. LeBlanc knocked it down for Hemlock. Hemlock tries the long ball. Kept alive. Marissa LeBlanc, the cross over the head of the Valleyfield defender, going towards the far side of the box, and it's rolling just wide. It remains 3-1. Goal kick coming up. About 24 minutes gone by here in this first half. Kahnawake 3, Valleyfield 1. The winner will be in sole position of second place in the league standings. After last week's 1-0 Kahnawake win over Mercier was taken back and considered a 5-0 loss. Which I'm sure all of you watching are sick of hearing me talk about now, as we have a throw-in coming up for the home team. Poppy Daibo will take it. There's an interception. Cook drifting towards the near sideline. Good little give and go with Cook and LeBlanc. Valleyfield intercepts. And we've got a throw-in coming up for the home team. "25 minutes gone by here in this first half. Kahnawake 2, Valleyfield no score. Here's the throw-in. LeBlanc. There's the header, and it's perfectly executed. "4-1. And what a pass from behind the goal, basically by Marissa LeBlanc, barely keeping that ball alive, somehow, some way, kicking the ball from behind herself. The ball gets over the top of her head, back out to the other side, and it's an easy header for Ferris Casey to make it 4-1. LeBlanc. Daibo, back up. There's a boot. Kendall Horn knocks it down. Horn between the legs, back out. Cook on the near sideline. And that is a traffic accident. Free kick coming up Kahnawake, and this will be from about 30 yards out. Even closer to 25, depending on where they spot it. And it looks closer to be 25 yards out instead of 30. No card, just a free kick. 27 minutes gone by in the first half. Remember, it's 2:45 running time halves. 3-1 home team. Cook. The cross! LeBlanc the header! Just over the top of the goal. Well executed play. You saw two players on the far sideline sprinting towards the goal. LeBlanc's header had the right accuracy, just dipped a little too high. Free kick Rebels. Or should I say goalie kick. But instead it'll be the defender. Played up. Horn had it and lost it. And there's Horn with the takeover at midfield. She's very dangerous in those one-on-one situations. Lets Cook take it along the near sideline. And that'll be a throw-in for the home team. Well, this is where the bulk of the play has been, to our right here in this first half. Oh. I think we need another ball. The ball has gone under some thick trees and grass. That's exactly where I put my tee shots. Throw in coming up for the home team. Booted towards the near sideline, drifting, and it'll be out of bounds. Throw in home team. Cook will take it. There's the throw. LeBlanc missed the header. And it'll just drift wide of the goal. And out of bounds, goal kick. LeBlanc knocks it down. And it's now put out. We got ourselves a throw-in coming up for the visitors. LeBlanc tries to take it over. Played to the near side and knocked out by Cook and off of a truck. $5 dent charge as the visitors will throw it in. LeBorn headed one to Cook. Played out to the far side of the box. Casey, one of 4 goal scorers for Kahnawake today. It's been a well-balanced, very business-like performance by the home team up to this point. First 30 minutes of this first half. Cook sprinting down the near sideline. The cross, and it goes through everything, but unfortunately not the goal. Goal kick. Unless they're ruling it a corner. Yes, they are. No, goal kick, okay. I figured it hadn't been touched, but the way the senior squad of Kahnawake was going about, I thought maybe it did deflect off of a player in a blue penny. Now, the reason why Valleyfield's wearing blue pennies is because both of these two teams basically have the same jersey colors. The visitors forced to wear the penny over the top. And here's a throw-in. Whistle and a foul and a free kick coming up for the visitors. Headed back. McGregor turns, tries to feed one in for an attacking LeBlanc. LeBlanc trying to get there. LeBlanc did get the ball. In fact, LeBlanc on her weak side tries to cross it. Got it back. LeBlanc the drive, and that sails over the top and wide. Good determination by 44 in white, who has herself an assist in this game. Interception. Sent towards Cook, who heads it back into the middle for Horn. Horn, a very dangerous one-on-one player. She gets by one. Goal kick. Some subs coming in for the home team. Hemlock. And there's Delarone with the takeaway. Yogo to Hizu Delarone trying to get outside. Knocked off stride a little bit, knocked off stride again. Good challenge. There's a takeaway by Horn. Horn dancing her way in. Horn, the cross, and it's caught. And that will be a throw-in for the home team. "34 minutes gone by here in the first half. Kahnawake 4, Valleyfield 1, 4 different goal scorers for the home team. And they will get another throw in here. McGregor. And that will roll a little too far. We have a Valleyfield goal kick coming up here. The home team up by 3. The winner of this game will be all alone in second place in the league standings. There's the kick. Throw in for Kahnawake. And play has really been tilted towards our right here in the first half. The few times Valleyfield's been able to get in and put a lot of pressure on Kahnawake has been whenever the play really speeds up. Whenever there's a long ball, like here, well, LeBorn is back and in excellent defensive position to make the play. Looks like Kahnawake's made some adjustments to that. Hemlock trying to get in, knocked back for Delarone. Delarone spun into, drowns it back out. Thompson Horn back up to midfield. McGregor in behind the defense. Technically that's not true because it's an offside if that was the case, but you know what I mean. As it's played up a long ball and Kahnawake needs to come back defensively as this one's in on that far sideline. Good recovery. This is just the 3rd corner kick for Valleyfield today compared to 6 for Kahnawake. 2 shots on goal for the Rebels compared to 13 for the home team. So they've really come out and put on a business-like performance thus far. There's a save made by Lazar. A rebound kept alive, and Lazar no problem with the second one as it was hit in from the off foot. There's the punt. 37 minutes gone by here in the first half as Casey can't handle the bouncer. Throw in coming up for the visitors. Robertson spins off. Poveromo trying to come back defensively. She's the first one on it, and we'll make Valleyfield work for this. Throw in coming up for the visitors. Here's an opportunity. Coming in and a shot. Hits the Valleyfield attacker. Squirts back out. Now played, long ball played on the near side. McGregor, the speedster, coming on in, trying to get to that ball first. And she does. McGregor looking for the cross. There it is. And it hits off the back of the Valleyfield defender and goes out. We have corner number 8 coming up for the home team. Thompson Horn will take it. .38.5 minutes gone by in the first half, so approximately 6:30 left in this first half. Home team 4, visitors 1. There's the kick. Out in front, and McGregor just missed it. Comes back out. Robertson hustling down to track it. And Hemlock had that space closed out quickly, and it'll be thrown in now by Robin Robertson. Back up. Cook tried the cross. First pass was thwarted. Second one deflects into the middle of the field. Delarone, the midi, jumping up on the play and knocked out for a home team throw-in. 39 minutes gone by here in the first half. 45 minutes, 2 45-minute halves being played. There's the throw-in. And it lands. Headed! Score! And so Casey's got a second header. Sorry for the dad jokes, but that's what you call using your head. And so Casey's got 2. 5-1. Well, maybe she'll get a hat trick of headers. Yesterday in that game between Saint Laurent and Pierrefonds, we had one player get hit by 3 pitches in the same game. A very rarely seen hat trick of sorts. We have a warning issued to the Kahnawake bench, being told to stop playing music. There's a steal by LeBlanc. Drives it just over the top. That could have been lightning striking twice. About 3 minutes left in this first half. Throw in coming in for the visitors. LeBlanc furthers one up, and that'll bounce in on goal. And away come the visitors, back on the counter. Throw in coming up Valleyfield.
Ryan, don't look at us.
McGregor intercepted off a foot, headed towards the near sideline and kept alive. There's a long ball that'll come in on Cedar Lazar, and she'll take this one back.
I just happened to look at you staring right at this
There's a feed through. Hemlock flag stays down, but the ball rolls in on goal. 2 minutes left in the first half. Rice. Cook knocks it towards us, and the visitors take control here on the near sideline. Good defense by Rice. Sent out over the top of two defenders, and it's knocked back. LeBlanc can't get there. Throw in coming up for the visitors. And an illegal throw in. We'll give it back to the home team. So this will be a free kick, or no, just a throw in, okay. Poveromo will take it. And here comes Horn at full speed. Changes directions coming in. Horn the blast, and that shot will roll by the far post. As we're about in the final 90 seconds of this first half here. And the home team in control, up by a score of 5-1. Good header up forward for Horn, trying to drive by, and the numbers game paid dividends there for the visitors. The ball rolls out of bounds in a corner, and maybe one last opportunity for Kahnawake to get something in this first half. About the final 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. LeBlanc. The cross. Knocked down. Rolls in on goal. They get a follow-up chance. That's turned into the back of the goal. 6-1. And Cook gets the goal to put Kahnawake up by 5 here. I think they're angry about last week. So this is like the women's revenge tour right now. They feel as though they really got screwed out of 3 points, and doing everything in their power to make sure they take 3 points away from the team that's leapfrogged them in the league standings. Hemlock the interception. That'll be a throw-in for the home team. Well, it looks like they've gone into stoppage time here. Thrown over the top of 2 defenders. Goaltender, or goalkeeper, comes out and has the ball. That is the end of the first half, in which Kahnawake Senior Women's Soccer put on a clinic of how to play this game. 6-1, they lead. Play resumes. Second half. Valleyfield now attacking left to right in the blue and black. Oops. That's why I don't play soccer.
Pretty good at that. As an announcer.
I'll stick to doing play-by-play rather than trying to kick the ball.
Good at that.
Come on, Gus.
Dear, back to the players that know how to play. Throw in here on the near sideline. Norton spun out 2 players. That is a throw-in. You can hear some of the kicks that are deflecting off of skin rather than hitting the ball. You're kicking, that's for sure. Comes towards the sideline and it'll drift out. We have ourselves a throw-in coming up. Cucks of the Northern Deer will take it for the home team. Her squad up by 5. There's a throw-in from McGregor, one of the goal scorers. 5 different goal scorers. Only Casey has 2. There's a cross and the feed and a perfect finish on the far side of the goal line. LeBlanc gets this second half started pretty much like the first half did. Only 2 minutes though into this half for Kahnawake to strike. And she is now the 6th different player to score tonight. 7-1 home team. And should Kahnawake hang on to win this, they will leapfrog Valleyfield into 2nd place in the league standings. Said before, could have really expected to see either a very highly charged game where emotions run high, or you just see Kahnawake really take control and dominate or do their best to dominate from start to finish. And I think it's safe to say the latter has happened up to this point. 9 corners to 4 in that first half for Kahnawake. A corner kick goal scored as well. There's a cross and it just misses the 2 attackers who were in deep. Stays inbounds on that near sideline. No longer. We got a throw in for the home team coming up. And it'll be Kendall Horn. Throw in on the near sideline. Drifting towards the goal mouth. Kicked back out into a less harmful position. Horn stops. What a move. She did a spinorama. And the kick goes wide. Now she made a couple of players look like they were on skates. Which I guess is the more traditional spinorama. Goal kick. Delarone. Feeding into an area where 2 Kahnawake and Nornu are up. Norton, who had the lone goal in the 1-0 game yesterday or last week. Fortunately, that's not going to count. I've already explained why. I'm not going back to that again as we have ourselves a corner. There's a kick.
Terrible.
You know what? She scored 6 goals in a game earlier this year. She's allowed to do that.
That was embarrassing.
That's all leave.
And you know, when you're up 7-1, you can joke around a little bit, I guess.
That is.
Throw-in coming up for the home team. LeBlanc comes in. Tries to play it, and it goes in. I thought it would be a cross. Works well, and the home team now up by a score of 8-1. And she has her 2nd goal of the game. Well, the last time these two teams played, it was 2-0 at halftime. And 3-0 with about 15 minutes left, and then Kahnawake really took over after that. But this game, basically from start to finish, has been an absolute clinic put on by the home team. There's a takeaway by McGregor.
Go, go, go!
Drifting to the far side.
Like she knows me.
Delarone with the kick, and that'll sail wide. Goal kick. Intercepted. Angle towards the sideline. Norton keeps it alive. Nice little feed. Horn backs it back out. Another spinorama. Wow, there's a shot, and what a beautiful goal. And that is it for this game. That is the mercy rule. Guess that's the soccer equivalent of a technical knockout. Kahnawake prevails by a count of 9-1, and wow.
That was a great pass. He lives in the
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know that there was a mercy rule. Boy, did they come out on fire tonight. So Kahnawake is now 5-2. Valleyfield drops to 4-3. Really hard to give an MVP, but Farrah Casey scored goals number 4 and 5 with headers, and she's going to get the game MVP tonight, and Kahnawake is going to get to 5-2 on the season. Women's Revenge Tour will continue next week. Final score here, Kahnawake 9, Valleyfield 1. I'm Brandon Bordeaux for Baby Blue Memories, and we are out. Anna.